What's going on, guys? In this video we are going to see how to solve a linear first order differential equation. Now in order to solve this one, first of all you have to know the standard form of linear first order differential equation. That's going to look like this: dy over dx plus p of x y is equal to q of x. P of x and q of x are functions that contains x values. Now let's look at the given differential equation. And if in order to solve this one, first thing we have to do is we have to bring this into the standard form. But let's check whether it's already in the standard form. Now if you look at this one, dy over dx, dy over dx, and also we have a x function multiplied by y, x function multiplied by y, and the other side of the equation we have x function. So this is already in standard form. And now after we have the standard form, what we have to do is we have to find out px value, because we need px value in order to find the integrating factor. Now px value is basically the value we add after this dy over dx and multiply the y. So here if you look at this one, this is the value, right? If you compare with this standard equation, this is the value represents p of x. So since we have the p of x, now we can go ahead and plug it in this integrating factor equation and find our integrating factor. So here what we are going to do is we are going to put e power integral, instead of p of x we can plug this 2 over x dx. Now we can move the 2 to the front, so this is going to be 2 integral 1 over x dx. And we know that integral of 1 over x is ln x plus constant, but here we don't have to worry about the constant because we need one variable, that's it. And this is going to be 2 ln x, right? Absolute value x. And now in order to get rid of this e and ln, what we have to do is we have to bring this 2 to this side, and we know that if we bring this 2 to this side, that's going to be square, right? So this is going to be e ln x square. So after we got this one, now we can go ahead and cancel this e and ln, and that's going to be, because when we have e and ln next to each other, that cancels. So this is going to be equivalent to absolute value of x square, but here we don't have to worry about absolute value. It's not because we have an even number, it doesn't matter what power you have, you don't need an absolute value. So always we get the like the positive value, because it's easy to calculate. Now after we found the integrating factor, what we have to do is we have to go ahead and multiply both sides of the given differential equation by this integrating factor both sides. So this is going to be x square in this side and also x square in the other side. And if you multiply this one by x square, this is going to be dy over dx times x square, plus here we are going to have, we already have an x right here, and one of the x cancels, we are going to have 2xy remaining, right? And after that, this is equal to x minus 1 times x square, so that's going to become x cubed minus x square, right? Now what we have to do is, now here's the interesting thing. After we get this one, this part, right, we can separate this one like this, and if you write only this part like d over dx yx square, and if you differentiate this one, if you find the derivative of this one, you will get with this one back. This one will always work. Like you don't have to worry about the other part, because this one is simple form of this one. So we are only taking the first part and replacing, like writing here, but that's gonna be equal to the whole thing. If you find the derivative, you will get this back. That's going to be a product rule, and this is equal to x cubed minus x square. And after that, all we have to do is integration in terms of x, right? So here if you do the integration, in the first one, when we do the integration, this integration and differentiation cancel each other, so we are only left with yx square. And then in the other side we are going to have x power 4 divided by 4 minus x cubed divided by 3 plus constant. Now when we divide the other side, we have to write the final answer in terms of y. So we have to bring this x square to the other side. So when we bring, it's going to divide all of them. So we are going to have our final answer as x square divided by 4 minus x divided by 3 and then plus constant divided by x square. So this is going to be our general solution for this differential equation. I hope you guys find this video helpful. See you next time.